Hi everyone, welcome to the Tuesdays session of Shagalenko TV. My name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, and like you may have known, I've been in the First City, it's called FCT, Territory Abuja area, for a program here, and it's the media anyway, and we're rubbing minds with a couple of other practitioners across Nigeria from the six zones, and just trying to do a whole lot. You can see the background is a bit different, and today we'll be doing from Abuja, the capital city of here. And today we're looking at the creative industry. We're asking, schools harness children's talent, or it be left for parents to do it? Every time I talk with a musician, an actor, a film producer, and the creative space, they tell me is that the inspiration from their parents. Some will tell them used to sit up in mirror, and then she encouraged them to do all that. Even say their mom was their first mentor. She was a seamstress or a tailor, a fashion designer, following their mom to her shop, clothes and all of that. We're asking today, where should that harnessing start from? Some people said that the teachers were the ones who discovered them. So some teachers shown to students, and then they start that child or that student can write well, or is good in and all of that, or with high talk. I feel like we go into broadcasting, go into acting and all of that. A lot of people have heard that their teachers first inspiration that motivated them to say, you know what, you can do and do all that. And I have my guests here who will be doing justice to all of that, and I will bring in Dr. Neena. She's been on the program a couple of times. She's a producer, she's a businesswoman, a film producer. She's also a philanthropist, a whole lot. She's based in the United Kingdom. Christopher Isibor, who is also a model and actor, as an enthusiast from Lagos. Yeah. So well, this first. So Chris, gone. Let me talk with Dr. Neena. Hi. It's been a while. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Good afternoon. How's Nigeria?
Nigeria, and we are all good. I'd like you to give us a description of what you've been doing. Who Dr. Neena is. I know you've been on a couple of times. But some people might be watching you first time. Dr. Neena Richie. What are some of the things you've been doing recently?
Recently, obviously I've been doing my charitable work, doing that, and my business projects, doing that, as well as advising on creative industry. If somebody wants to be a model or an actor, and if they need my advice, so they come to me regards to their advice. What should they do? Should they go about going into acting or modeling or creative industry? So that's what I have been on the background. I have been doing that, advising up and coming artists.
Okay. Beautiful. So how has it been post COVID-19? How has it the entertainment industry?
Entertainment industry has suffered. That's the one industry has really suffered. Obviously, with under COVID-19, theaters were closed, and social distance affected everyone. So I think a lot of other businesses, not just the creative industry, it's the other businesses that have suffered as well. So yes, but we're picking up now. Now everything, our government are doing their best to get the vaccines going and getting social distance coming up. So our governments have been brilliant. Our Prime Minister has been brilliant. They're doing a great job now. So slowly, everything is opening up. So we're back on the track now. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me Chris now, and let Chris himself, and then the discussion from there. Chris, how is it like being juggling so many things same time in Nigeria? We call it that the hustle. Hey, you a man of many parts, physical fitness enthusiast. How do you feel like juggling all this in Nigeria?
Okay. First of all, good afternoon. Honestly, I say this and I say this boldly that being a Nigerian and going through life is like a different ballgame altogether because we've learned over time how to live a certain kind of life, which means to hustle and put in that work to survive at any cost. It's more for me, for example, now acting, modeling, fitness, and aside that, I have. I am also a sales executive for a telemedicine solutions company, which is quite tasking and demanding at the same time. I also have a personal business I'm trying to run and push at the same time, which revolves around fitness. So it's a beautiful experience, no regrets, the learning process, and I know definitely as time goes on, one gets to explore and see more value in what he finds himself doing. Yes.
Yeah, thanks so much for that. So we joined us. This is the Tuesday's edition of Code, and we're looking at the creative industry. Should schools children's potentials, or should parents do? You can join us. Drop your comments on the comment session. Read them as we go on. If you have a question, Dr. Neena Richie from the United Kingdom, or Chris Isibor from Lagos, now do drop your comment session and onto that. We're streaming from three destinations. That's from our YouTube page, Shagalinku TV, YouTube, and Shagalinku TV, Facebook, Snap, Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari. Okay, so act now to Nina. Ask what she thinks about harnessing. First of all, let me read a few comments. Let me do that. This is from Karim in the Philippines. I said I need my career media entrepreneur. It's kind of a good talent. I'd like to respond to that before we talk about who should harness of a child.
I believe the parents as well as the teachers goals, because that's what I had as a child. I wanted to be a police officer, but I think my tutor in drama school saw my talent. My mommy, daddy saw my talent, so they actually pushed me into and supported me in creative media. And I said, no, I want to be a police officer. I don't want to do that. And he said, no, you got a talent, do this. You're amazing, So in front of my mom and dad, I used to sort of do acting and dancing and all that. And then they're the one who pushed me as well as my tutors. So I believe both of the parents and tutor, they combine together, whether it's in the creative industry or any other industry or any other education. Believe if parents and tutor work hand in hand together, they can prosper. The child can prosper due to that with the education. And that's how I have succeeded, and many other children succeed that. And I think parents have a role to play, because and if parents give them a inspiration, saying, "Look, you're good at this. Go ahead and do it." But if you deter them, then the child won't feel that confidence. So I think it's both of them that needs to be given that confidence. Parents and to teacher.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me bring in Isibor here. Chris asked the question. Before let me even how did you get acting? How were you? Just like the Nina. Was it your parents, someone in school who discovered you in cultural? I know in primary school, cultural used to be the norm where you discovered the sense of pupils, and all of that.
It was actually my parents, because I was dancing in front of my mom and dad since I was like 6 years old, and I had a small little microphone thing. My my daddy bought me on my birthday when I was about 6 years old. So I used to start singing and dancing in front of them. So I think it was my parents as well. Then they sort of then they put me into drama school. There in school, I chose drama.
Okay,
In
so
school, in my little
let me
primary.
come to Chris now. So how did it start for you?
Okay, so I remember after college, I went for my service year, and I did Mr. Macho, and I won gracefully. Thank you, Jesus, for that. And it started off basically with my friends saying, "Oh, you should try this. You should try this. Go for it." I really never had the idea for acting, because basically what I had in mind was, okay, regardless of what I studied, I had this flair for media. I always wanted to be a presenter, which of course I did. I will talk about that later. And I remember late 2014, entering 15. I went to a film school by Helen Paul, HPTFA, Helen Paul Theatre and Film Academy. And I went there for basic presentation, advanced course, and all that. And she sat me one day in her office. I was like, "Chris, you really look good. You should try acting." And it was a bit strange, because I was really trying to understand that, okay, why would I be acting when all I know, or what I really phantom is, what I really want to understand is how to talk to people, be on stage, MC events, and maybe broadcast every now and then. I said, "No, you should try that. It's really good. It will favor you." And she put me through stage productions. I had rehearsals back to back, and the journey was amazing, because like every stage practitioner will do, they will be hard on you. They will put you through the whole process and make you understand that it is not something you're just doing to be on TV. There's a sentimental value you have to create for yourself, for people to understand that you're really taking this thing professional and you have to be respected for it. So that experience actually helped me with a lot of things, understanding film, theater, and the basics, from BTS to camera, cinematography, even editing. I got to know a lot of things about film, and since then to now, the experience has been amazing. Well, regarding the fact that, okay, obviously as a man, and you have basic responsibilities, and you're trying to talk to your parents about this, for example, I remember when I first spoke to I called my dad, and I told her, "Pops, like, this is what I think I have a flair for this thing." And you know how the economy is. We're in a country where the economy is not really favorable and all that. You're trying to like balance your life with everything. And there's one thing he always talked about me doing was, no matter what happens, I try to get my masters so that I can always have like some personal cash flow coming in and all that. That gets a job that will not just distract you from your passion, but also assist you. And it took me a while to do that, but since then, it's been a ridiculous. It's been a fantastic blessing, because acting has done a lot for me. I've been able to work with a couple of very powerful people. I've done a couple of things that has not just given me a niche, but also given me a standard value that actually makes me more recognizable anywhere I go. So yeah, it's really been good. It's a very good experience.
Wow. Okay. Bring Neena in, and let me. I'll bring Neena in to talk. But there's a comment from one of our in Philanthropist Asia. He says, "I need to rebuild career as entrepreneur. It's hard to find talent coach. It that is also lacking, because people know talent, or aside people nursing their talent. Finding coaches to also propel them towards this could be difficult. What do you think about that, Chris?"
Okay. The first thing I would say is research. Research. It is very, very important, because with everything you want to do in life, even before you have a talent coach, a mentor, anybody, you have to do the basic research to know exactly who you want to be and the people that are in that line. It goes a long way, because, for example, I'll use myself now. I remember when the first time I went on air. This was 2017, and my bosses at then, Double O, this is OUBC, fantastic woman. She said some things to me that it's not really about having a talent coach. I think it's more about you, because you have to do the research on yourself, know exactly what you're chasing, and have that background for yourself. Because in as much as talent is amazing, the skill acquisition part really goes a long way, because you have to really refine and build it to a point that even without the coach being around, you just know exactly how to present yourself. And the thing is, it's a magnetic force, if you ask me, because once you're good at something, people just want to recognize it, and it attracts to you naturally. So even while you're trying to look for this person, it is possible for this person to actually find you. So in the absence of you trying to get a media coach or a talent coach, I feel you shouldn't just give up and say that's enough, that's the reason why. It doesn't really count. You have to really put in that pressure first. So you have to really do the work on yourself. You have to really push yourself far. Because once people recognize you, and we're at that point in the social media age whereby all you have to do is just put something about yourself online, and someone will get to see it, and you get discovered. So I think this is also a marketable platform for yourself too. You really shouldn't just see talent, a talent coach. It is very important, but I believe that it goes a long way for you to just believe that you can actually try and keep doing the research, keep working on yourself till the opportunity comes for the talent management or the coach to come through. Yes.
Okay. Let me ask Dr. Neena. I was going to something, and then the line went off. How is it like? Dr. Neena? How for females? Because when we talk about some of these issues, it's always a blunt talk. There are struggles in the industry, but we also get that we practitioners in any industry also have like double hurdles. And for you, as a model, what was it like for you, Dr. Neena? And how were you able to surmount those challenges?
I had a lot of struggles. Obviously, I didn't have that advantage of somebody going around and helping me or mentor. I learned everything myself as well. And it was very tough. Whether it's media industry or any industry, as you know, we'll get a lot of challenges as well as negativity. People will try to put you down, saying you're not good at this, but you're just going to have to keep on not listen to negative energy or negative people. You just push yourself saying, look, you're good at this. This is who I am, and this is what I'm going to achieve. And this is you just watch what I do. So don't listen to negative energy. Don't listen to negative people. Listen to what your heart tells you. Listen to your mentors, because they have seen your talent. People have seen your talent. People know what you're worth. You know what you're worth. Just go ahead and focus on that, and you will achieve it. Everybody has negative energy that people will try to bring you down, but don't listen to any of them. Just go and focus on what your heart tells you and what your talent is. Focus on that, and you'll achieve it. That's your goals. This is who you are. If you're meant to be, you will be there, and you will be famous. You will achieve your goals. And there is a lot of nowadays. There's a lot of help out there. A lot of help out there that supports the media industry. 70s, 80s, I never got as much. But now we've got social media now, so we can create our own YouTube channels, our Instagram, and we can show our talent. Whereby 70s, 80s, we didn't have all those things. You see, so it was very tough. But now it's so easier. So yes, to show your talent.
Okay. So in Chris now, and also ask this. A guest sent this. A viewer sent this, so I think it's addressed to. So you might just need to. It says this is from Sharon Oluwapelumi. It says, Mr. Chris, you mentioned that you are banned and at the same time working for a telemedicine company. How to balance this, ensuring none suffers low attention and commitment. From Sharon. Sharon, thank you so much. Chris, you might want to reply to this. Bring them.
Okay, so I work for Philanthropist. It's a telemedical solutions company. I work from home. It's easy as a media strategist and sales executive. So I think my life on that aspect of the corporate life is really balanced, because I can basically do anything I want to do from home. In fact, if I'm going anywhere, maybe set or any production, I can just go my system and do what I need to do. that's fantastic. And also building the brand. Yes, I have a fitness brand, X Athletics, which I am working on right now. Yes, that my aim is to bridge the lifestyle between fitness, is to bridge the gap between fitness and lifestyle, but also like getting people to work on themselves at home. Basically, body weight programs. I know stay fit and keep your mental health going well because it is very important. At the same time, I'm also designing a fitness apparel for my brand. Now, regarding my presence and not causing a low attention, when it comes to entertainment, the availability is always there because if I need to be on a set now, for example, today, like we're talking, like I was in a Uber, I was in a boat, sorry, when I called and said that I'm on my way to a set now, and I hope it would not interfere with this. Yes, it's the same thing, and this today is a typical example now because I didn't plan to be on a set today of a production which has been going on for a while. It just happened. But the fact that I need to be here because I have a job to do. Every other thing regarding work, whether it's with Crib MD, I will do with my system here, everything is there with me. So I'm in my room, I'm balanced, I'm fantastic, and the show must go on. No matter what, the show must always go on.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for that, Chris. Bring in Neena. Dr. Neena, let's talk more how young females, males. I'm particular about that because a lot of times why the female practitioners want to go in creative space is the fact that on relations coming they get pressure, especially now get pressure parents married, they will tell you if you don't get married at age no man marry you, and then when they get married they get pressure of raising children. Before you know it, they off the way and can't continue. You younger to plan all of you know it's not that wants to get married or should get married. Some people just want to do it, and that makes the and all of that. They find a balance to what gives them fulfillment, passion. I will say to younger, because you've been there, you art and what would be your advice to you who is wanting to explore in the industry?
From marriage section, depends if you don't get married when you're young. That's what I can say. Don't do it. Focus on your education. Focus on your goals. There is an age where you want to get married. You will meet the right person on that. And even after marriage, even after children you're having, you still have, if you've got a husband who's going to help you push what you're worth and what you are and your industry, you'll be great because it's husband and wife, they support each other. But if you have a wrong partner, then that destroys your life. But if you have a partner which is going to support you in saying, okay, sweetheart, now you've got children, they've grown up, they've done that, why don't you go ahead and do what you're supposed to be doing? I'll help you, I'll push you. And a lot of men do that. A lot of men do support their wives and at a young age and support them. But there are maybe 70% or 50% that they don't, 50% they do. So you have to be very cautious. And if you're good at something, go ahead and do it. Or no matter what challenges, even if you've got children, go ahead and do it. While your children, you can learn, get your children to get involved in what you're doing. Put them in a drama school while you're doing your other things, or ballerina classes and things like that. So yeah, I mean, nothing should stop you, whether you're married or you're not married. Nothing should stop you in what you want to harness or what your success is to your talent. Your talent is within your DNA. So obviously you're supposed to sort of carry on.
Yeah. Ask you like Chris to ask him how has it in Nigeria for him. Doctor, there's how would parents to pay on, because some parents don't really pay on. So how should they begin to look inwards and look beyond just the physical their children, because charity begins at home. Some children are lucky gets noticed by teachers, but that outside. Every child comes from a home. It does the biological parent and all of that. So how should the parents or people with a child begin extra attention to know what makes this child passionate and tilt them towards that. A lot of parents are like, no talent, no acting, go first. Education is the key. But they are forgetting that if they experience of their children, they will also go to school. Because they know the importance. Okay, if you go to school, it's an added advantage for you, and it keeps them up. We've seen athletes, sports people are also graduates. You know, if someone notice them, what this kid could run or could play table tennis or the Williams as well. So how should parents put more eyes on their children?
The parents need to sort of a lot of parents work because they have to provide for the food and obviously the bills they have to pay, parents. But they all need to, there are classes, and parents can put them into the classes where they do this talent, like drama school or any studios and parents can keep an eye on them after, because there is after school where they can go into drama school. There are weekend drama schools, so parents can put them into that, and parents can support in that situation. I totally understand it's very tough for parents because both parents work and they have to provide and pay the bills, and I think it's very tough for the parents. And as the days going by, now we're in a situation, it's getting tougher and tougher. So parents has to sort of keep an eye on the children and support them really as much as they can. Don't just abandon your children saying, okay, go there and I have to do this and I have to do that, I'm tired. No, don't do that. It's parents' responsibilities, teachers' responsibilities as well. But parents, I believe 80% is parents' responsibility. 20% children go to school, so it's 20% is school.
Okay. Yes. In case you just joined us, this is the Tuesdays on Galenko TV, and my name is the Liz Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari. We're streaming live from the capital city of Nigeria, Abuja. If you have questions for our guests, please drop them on the comments. It will pop up on the screen, and we'll read them. We're looking at the creative industry today. Who should harness the talents of children children, the parents like our age, and then okay. I want to ask Chris, so I'll bring up Chris now to tell us some of the challenges he's been facing being in the creative industry. I know it could be really a herculean task, Chris. So yes, so I wanted you to respond on something Dr. Neena said concerning what parents can do to tackle all of that. But I first need you to quickly address the issue of the challenges that people in the creative industry face. A lot of suicidal attempts have happened, a lot of depression happened, and people just think stars are superhumans.
No,
they don't have.
No.
Take us through that journey.
Let me just rewind that statement over there. So, people on TV are regular folks. We do not have red capes. We don't have the S on our chest. We're very normal people. It is our job. It is our job to entertain, to pass a message, to create a bond between you, your family, or friends. But in respect to where we are right now in this country, economically, it is a bit hard for everybody. That's why you see everybody who's into entertainment basically has to juggle one job or the other, not just entertainment. You have to have like a side business, something that's going to keep your cash flow going, because you can have a job today and tomorrow you won't have anything. I've been there, so I can relate to this. And as a man, personally, you can imagine the pressure it is to be able to provide when you're not able to deliver. It goes a long way, because for me, I'm the first child, for example, so I know that I have responsibilities. I have younger ones to look after. I have to pass the right kind of message to everybody that I'm doing well, whether I'm acting, whether I'm doing something else. The most important thing is that you just have to provide. And to be frank, it's not easy. But I know that nobody's changing. The world is changing, and Nigeria is changing when it comes to the creatives. But it's a gradual process because um, jobs are not favorable. I feel there could be more could be done to favor creatives. I think we need more platforms for creatives in sense of more. I think creatives deserve to be paid more. Yeah, I think the bodies regulating the AGNs and other bodies in charge of entertainment need to really do a lot more for us in the country because um, it's not easy. Most people, this is all they know. Some people find it hard to break into other things because they can't fathom the idea of studying bachelor of arts and all I know is TV. Some people find it hard to break away and do other things. So that depression eats them, especially when it's not forthcoming with work and everything. So it's not easy. That's why for me personally, in my own personal experience, for example, I remember when everything started. I started modeling from school, so maybe that it was a bit easier for me then because obviously my tuition was being paid for. At least I was having money to keep me going and all that. But at the same time, after school, that was reality. That's the real life itself. Because now you have to really face life and do something. And there are times that you get jobs and it doesn't favor you to pay bills, even your personal health care. It's just a matter of time. It's all about growth basically. So I would say it's a story. There's a story in everything. And regarding the economy and everything we're going through, I feel that's the situation I'll tell anybody, especially right now in Lagos in Nigeria, have multiple sources of income. It doesn't matter whether you're a thespian, your music producer, your director, just have that backup plan in case of anything. The same thing like my father always told me when I was finishing school, and no matter what happens, um, I know this is what you're passionate about, and I'm grateful to him. I'm grateful to God for him because it is not every father, especially in this generation of who's from that generation, that has that mindset to actually accept that your son is into entertainment and want to push you. But rather, what he did was he encouraged me to just go further education, which I did, and I'm benefiting from it now because I'm comfortable, I'm independent, and I'm doing well for myself. At the same time, chasing my passion, and I'm doing other things too related to what makes me happy as an entertainer. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Nina, someone message to you. I'll put it up on the screen. See it, just read it, respond to it. Okay, we're waiting for Dr. Nina to come back, and then I wanted her to respond to Sharon Olumi's message. So. Um, Okay, Oluwapelumi says, first of all, Dr. Nina, I admire your beauty and courage for that because many of us face this pressure from the society. I also hope to learn more from you after this show. Okay. Sadly, Dr. Nina has also gone off. So I'll just bring in Chris here to talk while. So, Chris, maybe you respond to the message from our viewer, Philippines, Karim Jackson. He says, I find it hard to produce, host, create, and stay motivated every day. What do you have to say to that?
Okay. First things first. Everything all comes down to motivation. What really keeps you going is what's going to drive you to achieve your goals and make you happy in life. It doesn't matter where you are or who you're talking to. You need to fight that negativity. For me, let me use myself for example. I have over a long period of time cultivated what I call an aggressive warrior spirit in the sense that as someone who's into fitness, it is like a life force that guides me to making sure that I'm always doing the right thing, making sure that I'm always in shape mentally, physically. My mental well-being contributes to my physical well-being. That's where the value comes from. And once I can do that, I can do anything. So with you, when it comes to producing, when it comes to acting, when it comes to basically anything, even producing, you have to stay motivated because especially if, and I'm guessing Karim Jackson must be a Nigerian, if I'm right. If you're if I
He's Karim Jackson is a Black American in Philippines, Island.
Philippines. Okay. Even wherever you're around the world, it really doesn't matter. The truth is, you just need to believe in yourself. You just have to do it. Because if you keep seeing it here, you really need to hold on to that energy and just push it out. You need to stay motivated no matter what. Whatever it is that's going to keep you happy and stay positive, you need to focus on it. And another thing I always tell people is, in as much as you need to stay motivated, have the right kind of people around you. It goes a long way. Family, friends, someone that you can talk to whenever you're feeling down. Because when you're down, even if you have an idea, your idea is going to look like a headache. You won't value it because it won't make sense to you. You really need to put yourself in that zone whereby you can imagine because of you, you're saving 1,000 lives because of what you're creating. You're telling a story because of what you're creating. You're impacting somebody's life. And it gets better that when you realize that you have a potential to save someone's life, they give you feedback and say that it is because of you, I didn't do this. It is because of you, I didn't do that. I've had experiences of people telling me things like this, for example, and it warms me on the inside that I'm actually making a change in someone's life because I chose to stay motivated to keep myself going. And another thing is pray. Pray. God is like one spiritual force. Yeah, you need to pray. Like I pray these days. I lost my mom a long time ago, and when I was 13, 14 about, and I wasn't so spiritual then. But the older I've grown, I've come to realize that there's a spiritual force that guides everybody towards achieving anything in life. And whenever you're down, for me, that's the first thing I do before I even find myself doing anything that'll keep me motivated. I have to pray, clear my mind, to clear that negativity out of me because I do not need that kind of force in my body right now. Because if I leave it there, it will keep sinking me and sinking me. It's like a production life cycle that once you just start going up, you're happy. Instead of you to stay on that lane and keep going, something from nowhere will just want to drag you down. You have to recognize it and fight it because if you don't stay on that lane of growing, it's going to bring you down. And before you can bring yourself up, who knows? God forbid, let's not think about the worst things to come. So please, you have to stay motivated. You can't do anything in life. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Positive. Yeah. Positive. First of all, I'd like to apologize to all the viewers. We have a bad network, so keep going off and on. So we apologize regards to the network.
We are used to it here in Africa. That's only. So I wanted you to read this message from Sharon, so you could respond because she particularly addressed this to you. So please kindly read and then respond to it, Dr. Neena.
What did she say?
That's on the screen. She said, first of all, Dr. Neena, I admire your beauty and courage.
Thank you.
And then she says, okay, trying to bring. Okay, I admire your beauty and courage. Thanks for that advice, because many of us face this pressure from the society. I also hope to learn more from you after this. That is from Sharon. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the comment.
So do you have anything to say?
Yes, I hope I can support, and we as a creative industry, as an actors and artists, can support upcoming women, because I've been supporting women for the last 25 years in creative industry, as well as who are being domestically abused as well. So I've been sort of supporting in the mental health issues section, whether it's women or the youth. And thank you so much for the beautiful comment that you've given me. It's all grace to God. And as rightly said, do meditation and pray. That is very effective, because you will have negative energy try to pull you down, but don't do that. Meditation is very important, and prayers are very important. And I do post a lot of things, a lot of inspirational posts on my Facebook. And apparently I didn't realize that I have saved people's lives from my post. And healing energy as well, because I'm a prophetic, as well as I don't normally tell people that I'm a spiritual person. So yeah, with the healing and prophecies and all that, that has saved a lot of people's lives through my post. And I'm glad maybe I'm on earth to help the people that need help, so yes, we all have to get together and support the women who sometimes women do feel, whether it's women or youth or men and women, I can't just class women only, because men go through that as well. Youth go through the lot of hardship. Now is even a lot of pressure on youth, though we didn't have as much pressure in 70s 80s. It wasn't as so much pressure, but now it's more and more pressure on youth, as well as the young women. Go for it, and I'm gladly I will be here to help in each and every one of you that needs advice from me. 24/7, by all means, contact me via Facebook. I'll be here to answer your questions and support you in any way I can, and give you my experiences that I've had for last 35 years, 40 years, that I can give you, everyone.
We got another message here, Dr. Neena. It's from Karen Jackson again, and it says, yes, my yoga and meditation is wonderful. Thanks, Doc. Okay, so this one here is from Karen Jackson. It says, yes, my yoga and meditation is wonderful, Dr. Neena. And Karim is thanks for Chris for that advice. Yeah. And someone here, Callistos Okonkwo, says, I'm trying to bring. Okay, yes, the message is here now from Callistos Okonkwo. It says multiple source of income is success key right now, and I agree with you, Chris. Okay, so many messages here. Maybe one of you should take this one from Sharon. It says another is our creatives are now being sidelined, replaced with influencers or non-professionals. Chris, can you jump at this, and then I'll bring Dr. Neena.
Yeah. So yes. So concerning what Sharon just spoke about, we are living in a time where, if I should say, 20% of our activity accounts for 80% of our results, which means that you don't really need to put a lot of people into a project before it blows. All you need to do is just get one famous person, and every other person that follows is just, and it works. And at the same time, it's demoralizing a couple of people who, like I said, most people are just into theater, or creatives who are into just creatives. And on the business part of it is fantastic, but at the same time, I feel it will make a whole lot of difference if there's a balance between this. Because, for example, you can see that this person has a lot of potential, but because you want to sell the movie, because the person has a fan base that is attractive, you rather use that person. And in most cases, we've seen that the acting might not be so good, but because of the person's presence, people get to watch. And as an aspiring, or rather as a filmmaker, I watch films in two ways: as a fan and as a critic. And it really goes a long way, because one, in as much as you're trying to sell a product, your aim is to increase your exports and reduce your imports, thereby reducing deficit trade, which means to international bodies, international countries, and all that. It tells me about what you're trying to do. And at the same time, you're killing talents, you're killing the skills acquired over time. You're not really helping people, which means a lot of people are going to get depressed. A lot of people are going to get demoralized. A lot of people are going to go through a lot of negativity, which of course will start fighting. And it takes a certain amount of grace for you to just believe that there's more to you. So for me now, being there, I've seen things like this happen, and for me, I can't get demoralized, because I in my life I say no to negativity. I never agree to it. What personally I do, or what personally I've done so far, is whenever situations like this come up, I fall back on my strategy plan, my playbook, and say exactly what I need to do myself. For me, I always feel that one day I'll be a producer, one day I'll be an executive producer, And my job is to make sure that people who are, in quotes, gifted, talented, and respected in their craft get this opportunity themselves. And at the same time, I always tell people that in as much as your passion is what really drives you in life, always have a plan B. Because if this thing keeps repeating, if you don't keep forcing yourself and saying that, and you keep dragging that energy down, you don't really need that in your life right now. The world is vast and it is changing. Technology is growing. People are coming with different things and ideas. And you can't say because somebody uses an influencer, they're not using it, it doesn't mean you're not. No. That's why we have social media. Social media has made it so good that people with little craft are even coming out now more. There are so many people who have been discovered who have this experience as creatives who are really doing well. And I tell people that at the same time, influencer or not, it is the value you give yourself people see you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're using somebody who has like 2 million followers and you have like 1,000. It doesn't mean you're not good enough. You have to stay motivated. You have to believe, and you have to just keep fighting because the fight is what needs to guide you. Morgan Freeman did not get famous until his late 40s. Leonardo DiCaprio just recently won his Oscar for the first time. So I think there are a lot of reasons why people have to keep believing that influencers are not. You shouldn't give up on life. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Tonina, as we wrap up now, what would you like to say to people basically? Because aside harnessing young people or upcoming talents, and another issue we see is the pressure to stay put in your profession. So it's they say it's easier to even climb to the top than staying on top. So what would be your word of advice to creative industry, to creative minds, to content creators as we wrap up the show, Dr. Neena?
Um, for creative industry, with the producers, directors, and all the production companies, do support the young talent, up and coming talent. Support them, because a lot of productions team I will only support which are went to the school or went to the drama schools, but there are the students talent which don't have money, but they have the talent. So raw talent, use them, use that raw talent, because that's that we need to support them. And for upcoming, don't give up. I know many people say, okay, television, when they see a movie, they said, okay, they look great on the TV, but they don't know what's on the background is blood, sweat, and tears. Sometimes if you're more doing a movie and if it's raining and you need the sun, you have to stay up until your night, so 48 hours you don't sleep. You don't sleep for 3-4 days if you have to finish the production, because it's a lot of money that you're going to be wasting. So you have to stay up. And it's happened to me once, where it was raining in the daytime and we had to stay up all night for 48 hours to finish one of the production. So yes, it's a blood, sweat, and tears out there. It's not just the glorious things that you see on television or on the screen.
Yeah.
So keep at it, and do support the raw talent, because there's a lot of youth out there, a lot of youth, young talent out there that needs support. And we all, as a creative industry, whether it's producers, directors, we all need to support them. And that's my advice to everyone.
Okay, thank you. Chris, now to wrap up. But someone also sent you a message. Actually, Callistos. It says difficult for talented creatives to break even in this dispensation. Speaking as a creative, artistic writer, a poet, Chris, what would you advise? How can they head? Yeah. So as you wrap up, Chris, could you just say a word of to respond to this?
Yes. Okay. So this is basically my advice. Like I first said earlier, research. Research as much as you need to, which I'm sure you're doing, by the way. And at the same time, we have social media. Social media is the best option to do anything. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, name it. Yeah, even I bet you there's some that are even yet to come out that will even change your lives instantly. And I don't think you should sell yourself short by saying that talented creatives don't break even in this sensation. Obviously, you're right, but at the same time, for it to be unique and valuable, you have to stand out from that thought. I always tell you have to mentally be motivated to do anything. If people are struggling, you should see yourself as the reason why they don't need to struggle. As a talented creative, which means your mind can create things to make other things happen, not just for yourself, but for people in your life. Use social media, poetry, acting, anything. Promote yourself. Promote yourself. Social media, Instagram made it possible for you to promote yourself. You know your audience, you know your target market, you know your age range, you know the people who will value this thing. Use the right hashtags, tag the right amount of people, share with friends and family. It starts like an organogram. It's a structure. Within time, it's going to grow and explode. And it might happen on the day you least expect it, because I know that's how it happens to a lot of people. Trust me. And if I should say an example I would use, last year I was having a downtime, and an agent called me to go for an audition. I had no idea what it was. I just, as a talented creative, I didn't want to go. I didn't have it in mind, and I went for the audition. Long story short, it ended up being a video for Burna Boy, which he used in winning a Grammy Awards, by the way. And just being part of that project alone made me realize that at times you don't really need to just have that vibe of saying, "Oh, there's a problem. I don't need to." You need to really learn how to fight this thing. It's as a person, not even as a creative. Everything comes from your heart and it goes to your mind. However your heart feels, your mind will follow it and transmit it to your body. So you really need to stay motivated always. Use social media to promote yourself. Use everything possible to promote yourself. And regarding talent management, talent coach, but for now, promote yourself. Learn from your mistakes. Promote yourself. Content research. Do your content creativity. Write down your scripts. Whatever it is you know that's going to attract people. Go with the season of things. Economically speaking, go with things that are trending. Use topics that are really important to impact people's lives. The key thing is always remember your purpose on earth is to serve humanity, not just yourself. So once you understand that value, you create it, people will see the impact and they'll hold on to it because they see that you're really trying to do more than just make a difference for yourself when you're impacting something to people's lives. So just stay positive always and promote yourself.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow, thank you. So, so Nina, on a final note, who would you like to appreciate? Who I'd like to say a word of thank you as we wrap up now.
We'd like to thank all the viewers. Thank you yourself and having us on the show to give this inspiration to worldwide, which we're doing right now. So yeah, with your television show as well as you, we'd like to thank all the viewers and you and everybody else who needs our help and all the viewers. Just like to say thank you to everyone. And again, I'd like to apologize for the internet. Connections are very bad today, so we apologize to all the viewers.
Thank you so much. Chris, what's a word of advice to everyone? Who would you like to say thank you to?
Thank you to everybody who reached out, Shanola, Pelumi, Kalisto Soponko, and then Karim Jackson. Yes, and to everybody watching out there, please, like I kept saying, stay motivated, stay positive, and always remember, there's no limit to existence.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you for that. So that's the size of the day today. I'll quickly just read some of the messages here, and I will just sum off. I think that's what I've read this one from Callisto's. But time around, Callisto says, "Thank you, Chris and Dr. Nina. All the love so much, Callisto's for that." We hear from Sharon, responding to in Asia, says, "Jackson, you have to be intentional and you make progress." And Jackie Jackson also replied and said, "Sharon, that's true. As a professional, I need to be tough into my influencer, creative celebrity talents to stand out and compete." Lastly, Sharon is you can start community. Many are known as many are getting known on Instagram these days. Don't hide. Write on trend issues and make it as a point. Be different. So thank you so much, Sharon, for that. Everyone will join us, and then, like Dr. Nina, apologies for the that has been fluctuating. I'm even happy that it could take us 45 minutes. Anyway, we are used to it. Yeah. Thanks to everyone. Everyone will join. Particularly, I want to say thank you to my guests, Dr. Richie. She's a businesswoman, a user, an actor, a therapist, all the way from United Kingdom, and also to Christopher Isibor. He's a model, a fitness enthusiast, from Nigerian time to time on this show. Even in your busy schedules, we really appreciate. And thanks to everyone who joined us. The videos will be here after the show, and please do remember to like our Facebook page. It is Shagalenko TV, and then on our YouTube page, it's Shagalenko. Remember the notification button so you get notified. We come on air. Sharon here again says just start and push. Tag major professionals and use hashtags. Some being some pro in niche. Just be different and you will be heard. Slowly but surely. I think on that I really want to thank you. Yes, I like that fact. Slowly but surely you will get there. So if anyone will join us, still again for the Saturday's edition, God willing. You're sincerely Ambassador Mary, and thank you all for joining. God bless you all, and well day. Bye bye.